All right, so we are live. We're going to do a couple things here. We are going to show you a treadmill session. Very first treadmill session with a dog that is not a happy-go-lucky dog. What's up, Six? Good to see you. It's important because there's a couple things here. You guys are going to see this stuff live. You're going to see it unpolished, unrehearsed. You're going to see it if it goes smooth and it makes me look like a freaking pro. You're going to see it if it gets rough, and you're going to see how we get through it. There's going to be no edits, obviously. Really, really important. The owner is here. She's nervous. So a little bit of a rundown. This dog has been with us for 1 week now. He's going to be with us for another 5-week board and train program. That is actually our most popular program. Dogs get sent from all over to come to our training program, right? All over the states, internationally. So we have these guys here. We just finished filming Dog Behavior Question Tuesday. That is going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel for those of you that don't know me. And Andrew is the head trainer here at Dream Come True Canine. I am the owner. My name is Blake Rodriguez, company Dream Come True Canine. Like you see over there, that is the logo. We are located and based out of New York City, Manhattan, 2-floor dog training facility here, but I do travel the world for my work. So we have some guys holding position. They're going to be eating their food here in just a little bit. A little rundown on this guy here, Muffin. Muffin came in on Prozac, highly anxious, resource guarder, will snap at you and redirect if you're doing something that he doesn't know or you're doing something that he is just flat out doesn't want to do. So the goal, the way we used to do it used to be a little bit more forceful. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through this whole thing. We're not doing anything different than what he already does. We're having him walk. What's going to get a little bit weird is when the floor starts moving from beneath you. That's the oh crap moment where you're like, what is this? The confidence building exercise in this occurs when you get a dog to a point where they realize that and you push them past their comfort zone. If you watch anything on National Geographic and stuff, you see, gazelle or antelope that have to cross that like Nile when the crocodiles are going to get them or something. And like the mother, if the babies or the cubs or calves, whatever they are, I'm not a pro in that, they don't want to go in, they will nudge them in and teach them how to do these things, right? So we're going to be soft as possible, as gentle, but firm in ways to let the dog know, listen, I know you're scared. You're already nervous. I'm not making you nervous. That's why you're here. You came in on medication for Prozac and all that stuff. I'm here to show you that you can trust me, and through that, we're going to get you to be more confident. First, you have to be confident in me. So this situation, before we put them on the treadmill, we get them familiar with leash pressure. We are not using food for this specific situation. You can, I don't like to eat when I'm exercising and I'm going through something physical. You can do that, but we're looking to have the dog really, really conditioned on leash pressure. So we do use a prong collar for this. People will ask, oh, well, that's so mean. You should get your dog on a flat buckle collar or like a slip lead. If you have a dog that's going to resist, it is actually much softer to have a dog on a Hermspringer prong collar and have them familiar with it. So I'm going to pass this camera off to Andrew. We're going to flip the screen here. You are not going to stop harding away. Make sure they're harding. I will slap. You better stop. You guys are not going to stop harding. Very, very important. I'm going to catch up here. A couple things that we look for. What's up?
No, just responding to somebody saying, hey to me.
A couple things that we look for in this. 1, having dogs that can hold position. 2, having a dog that is sensitive to this. Not because of the BS that some people will sell you on, saying that a dog is in pain or anything, but what we're doing here is getting a dog to be able to walk on this very, very loosely, very easy to put them into a sit, to come back over here. I'm going to have Andrew explain a little bit more. Just to be safe, I'm going to run him outside 2 seconds to see if he's going to pee. That's kind of a rule. You want to make sure that dogs have, if they're going to do something a little bit nervous, they're already an anxious dog, you don't want them peeing and pooping on the treadmill. So I will be right back. Andrew's going to explain how it works a little bit, walk through some stuff.
What's up, Dawn? If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. I'm not quite sure what he wants me to explain, but I'm here for you guys if you guys are curious or have anything. So go down. Nope, down. Good. It's the brattiest dog of them all. What's going on? You guys need cute? Yeah, no problem, man. I know some of my videos aren't as entertaining, but I like to show you dogs of me and Samson, tricks that I teach my pup right over here. But sometimes I do post the more fun stuff.
Okay.
Back.
So again, to follow through with this kind of rundown, this is a dog that is very vocally. This is a dog that will act aggressive with dogs and people, but if a person kind of approaches, or dog approaches, will start vocalizing as if he's dying without being touched, right? He's a baby in that sense. That's actually coded from the owner. So, a couple things that are very important. I have a dog that can respond here, pressure can come off, can feel this, good boy, pressure can come off, sit, pressure can come off, very easy. Can he sit without leash pressure? Probably. Sit, beautiful. But we want the dog to be fluid in this language. It's not about what you can get with or without this. This is what's going to help us to do this, right? I'm teaching this language, which is Spanish, and then I'm going to walk him through, I've given this analogy before, changing the oil on a car. I'm going to give him directions in Spanish. I need this, right? The reason for this, and not just relying on food or something else, is because food is something that a dog might take, and anyone that knows this will use a ton of food. But in situations that are going to be nervous, you need to have something that's going to match, right? That's going to be able to help. So I want the dog on this, and that's why I do this. Some people might do it differently. Awesome if it's working for you. This is what we do, right? This is my show. No, so a couple things that are really, really important. So people are going to watch that and be like, see, that's why I don't like him. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him on here. Pressure comes off right there. He's actually never been on this before. I'm going to let him smell this a little bit, go into an SIT, give him a little bit of praise, pretty good. Go ahead and guide him off the same way he's come on, which is very important. Bring him back over here. When we start that, if it does get like a little vocally, which it might go smooth, it might make more sense for you to just prop that. That way you can just make sure these guys are okay.
Yeah.
All right. Walk on over here, and all I'm doing is just kind of getting him on, trying to get him on very loose leash, trying to guide him back this way. The reason for this leash pressure, I need a dog that knows that when he is on here, in the sweet spot, for me the sweet spot, a little bit of space ahead, a little bit of space behind. He knows that if he is lagging and I apply pressure this way, he corrects himself to come up and pressure shuts off. He knows that if he's going ahead and pressure goes this way, he backs up and pressure shuts off. I need a dog that can get to a point where he does this on his own. So if I tie a leash up with slack and he goes loose and he feels tension, he goes, oh, I know what to do to relieve that on my own. He's responsible for what he feels, right? Very important. All right?
The brand of the treadmill is Pet Run. Real quick.
Pet Run, Go Pet. It's actually one of the website right here, yeah.
Oh yeah, website's right over here. Go Pet. Go Pet USA.
All right. So this is really important. Might get some vocalization. This is a dog that redirects. This is a dog that flat out, will bite. Will even snap at the owner in some situations. So I started that. Why don't you go ahead and prop that first? Yeah.
Somebody asked, is the yawning stress induced?
Is what?
Is the yawning stress induced?
Was he yawning here?
Apparently, I don't know, I wasn't watching.
Sometimes it can be. I don't think in this situation, it might be. I don't know, I mean, this is a dog that is stressed, that's why he came to us. The important thing is that it's nothing that we're doing that is stressing him out. He's living that way, and his goal, our goal is to have him be stress-free, and sometimes that means putting him through certain stressors so he can learn how to deal. Not because he can't correct stress, but I can show you, hey buddy, when you're stressed, these are better choices that you can make. And one of the best choices is follow me. Learn to take direction from me when you're feeling that way, because I am going to get you through this. even if you don't believe it, even if you think it's dicey, even if you think, oh my gosh, the floor is moving beneath me, I'm gonna be the one to create that clarity and go, yeah, the floor is moving beneath you, but you've been walking since you came out of the womb. Nothing changes, buddy. You got this, right?
Important thing to pay attention to, let me see what my fingers are, is the tension on the leash. When he has tension and when he does not have tension, you should be paying attention to that leash and the timing and how we use it to get the dog through this.
Oh boy, good job. All right, so you're all set? Yep. You're good. We're gonna get this guy on right here. You're gonna see this, he might be a little bit weirded out, and our goal is to get it smoother, right? So the floor is moving, oh my gosh moment, a little bit of pressure. Pressure shuts off right there before it becomes too much. Speed it up a little bit. And this is actually pretty smooth. I'd say 90% of treadmill introductions go this smooth because we already have a dog that knows how to respond to this. More importantly, we know when to apply and release pressure when we feel something so that pressure doesn't stay on. If when he dragged back, pressure stayed on, what would have happened is, so we literally have a guy at the window right now who's like was like a heroin addict who's like at the window, the dogs are looking at him like WTF, and he's like dozing off, which is good training, right? But we know that pressure shuts off, and when I say pressure off, I don't mean doing this and then doing this, because the clasp is still on. What you want is to show him what he can do, where he can go to have this off, right? And this is what creates kind of like that understanding. So depending on the dogs that we have, sometimes we have dogs that we want to speed up. Sometimes we have dogs that we actually want to, can you try and down it? Oh no, that's fine. Sometimes we have dogs that we want to slow down. Right now this is a good pace. We want to get him to the point where he's panting and he's learning how to take direction. This is a dog that off of leash pressure, off of touch, off of stepping into him with spatial pressure, if you try to go for food and we said nope, would want to snap at you, right? So it's just a dog that's not used to taking direction. So this is actually a nice little refresher to say, hey, when you feel that, that's not anything mean, it's just feel this. And for anyone that has actually felt a Herm Sprenger prong collar, sometimes you'll get the silly ones that like copy and paste the nonsense that you read on the internet or what they were told. Well, would you put that on you? I can assure you that at every seminar that I teach, every group class that I teach, I put the collar on and I let every student actually pop me on a prong collar because it doesn't hurt. So anyone that says it does, I don't know how you're using it or what brand you're using, but cut the nonsense unless you've actually tried it, right? So this is where we are right now. Good job, doing really, really good. The fact that he's off to the side and not center, I really don't care because he's walking. You have the length of that treadmill, that's fine. And the goal is to get him kind of doing it himself. The only reason I'm hovering over this right now is just because you guys can see me and I can basically show a little bit of this. But you can see, I hope you can see, I'm applying pressure but then I'm shutting it off. A lot of people on the walk, when they're giving training lessons, when they're doing whatever, they're always like this. This creates, you see how all of a sudden he gets like stressed? That creates the stress because he doesn't know how to escape that or how to relieve that. When he realizes that being here relieves that, he's basically doing it on his own. So when he starts slacking, I go, no, pick it up, the pressure comes off. So imagine if he was tied up here, and all of a sudden he feels pressure and he does this and then he relieves it himself. So that's the goal. We won't have him doing this on his own yet, and when we do have him doing it on his own, we'll still be around supervising. But imagine if you were able to do dishes. Imagine if you were able to watch him and train another dog while you were doing this. Imagine if he was food possessive, which he is, and a resource guarder, and we started working another dog on food. Basically what this is, it's kind of like a moving placemat, right? So you're teaching the dog to stay at the task at hand. This is your job. Don't get fixated and focus on anything else because that's not what's important. So sometimes movement can help with that. Eventually it's also placing and doing that. But then for him who came in a little bit overweight, it's good physical exercise. It's fantastic mental exercise. And then we can start upping the ante when other dogs are playing fetch and you're learning how to stay focused instead of another dog over there and just kind of chill out, right? So there's so many different ways to be creative with this. Sometimes we want to be really slow, sometimes we want to pick it up. More often than not, we're using this for some type of mental exercise. rather than physical, but the physical is always a bonus. This, very important, does not take the place of a walk, which is really important. It could be in addition to a walk. If you're in like really, really bad climate, like super, super hot or super, super cold, yeah, you can get them an outlet like this, but walking should still be priority over this. That's very, very important, right? And this is the first treadmill session, really smooth. The reason it's gone smooth is because we taught this way before we use this to teach something else, right? Teach the language, then use the language to give direction. That's it right there.
You gotta remember it.
Yeah, I'll remember it right now. I'm gonna put that on my phone in a second. Guys, post this message you need to teach the language, then use the language to give direction. I know it sounds silly, but we have kind of something in store for what we're doing, and that is that. Andrew, could you grab my phone? I'm gonna answer a couple questions. So to answer this, how long do you keep them on for the first session? Usually 5 to 10 minutes. We're at the 5-minute mark now. Keep this on me. I'm gonna show them the important part for when you stop. When you stop, ideally you have the dog in a better place than they were when they started, right? He wasn't in a bad place when he started, but he's pretty smooth now. When I stop this, he could either want to stop and bolt off, he could want to keep going and go this way. I calm him down by stopping him and making sure pressure is off when I stop him, right? So I'm going to show you this now. He's not allowed to go out this way, jump or panic. He's going to go off the same way that he came on. This stops right here. Pressure comes off. I apply a little bit of pressure to stop that. Good boy, buddy. Let's go. Bring him over this way. Come on. There you go. Good job. And now, a little bit of praise. Nothing crazy. I'll bring him over to the water. See if he wants some water. And he may not want it, he may not. We're also going to go into feeding them right now. We have all their foods over here, and that is a treadmill session. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place him over here. Come on, buddy. Place. Good. Sit. Good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my man his food. I'm going to ask for eye contact. So, that's a form of working. I can step in. This is something that I couldn't have done necessarily before. We're going to wait for the eye contact. This way. Good. Nope. I'll bring him over here. Good. Yes. And that's that. We're not going to challenge him anymore. That was already enough. You got to know, sometimes you really want to push dogs further. Sometimes for a dog like him, that's a huge push. I'm cool. You work for that right now. That's fine. Right? And then we'll go ahead and start feeding these knuckleheads. First off, look how much this dog eats. This is more than, look how deep this bowl is. This is more than like I would eat in a meal, right? Bigger.
Eats better than most federal prisoners.
Eat up, bud. Another thing you'll notice, there's no rude behavior, right? I'm not for that nonsense. These guys aren't being rude with them. That's not how it works, right? So this is our version of lazy feeding. For most people, this is working. It's a form of working, but normally we work for the foods. They've done a lot today, because we actually don't have that many dogs here. So she's done fantastic today. I'm just gonna go ahead, same thing for eye contact. We're gonna wait here. Yes, good girl. All right, my girl Sofa Loafers. Good, yes. All right, so we implement something the same. Grab these two over here. So go, place, place. Maya. Oh, we forgot Dizzy's food. We gotta get Dizzy. Those guys are going home in a little bit. That's his dad. This guy broke all the place. He's new. Can't flat out correct him. I'll grab the leash first. Nope. Good. So because he's a dog that if I would have noped and done something, probably would have something maybe potentially redirected, I grab the leash and then I give direction. Direction is important. So if he's gonna blow up because of that, I don't stop giving the dog direction. I just find a way to give direction where I can follow through and I can keep there. That's it, right? Nope. Good. Good. Now. Good job. that, do a little Q&A, pick up the balls when these guys are done. That's all we're getting for that? These are the only hearts that we're getting?
No, we're getting
No. Don't say we were getting it. This is ridiculous. I don't know. I thought you guys were friends. So we're getting red hearts, blue hearts. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he did good. He did really, really good. There he is right there. 20 people, and I see like 5 people hearting. Freaking bonkers. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look through the people because you can see in the ends like who hearted, and I see people. Yeah, Dawn, you get the heart medal for sure. That sit through like majority of this and don't heart at all. And I know who you are too. I know who you are. I'm gonna block all of you. No, and that's pretty much it. I'm just messing, guys. That is it. Any questions? We can do a little bit. We do have I appreciate it, the Sutherlands. What's the max that they do? 90 minutes. 30 to 90 minutes is pretty common. We get a lot of dogs that happily do 90 minutes. We get dogs that we go on slower for like 30 minutes. Penny does an hour a day, this girl. And we're actually, this girl right here, we're actually going to be slowing her down and adding more distractions in the area. Name of the treadmill. This treadmill is a GoPet. GoPetUSA.com. The other ones that we have downstairs, what are the other ones called, do you know?
No idea.
Good.
Nope.
Maya Place. I don't know what the other ones are called. We have a couple other. But that is it, guys. All right, I gotta let you go. I'll see if there's one more question. You can use a people treadmill. The only thing, or human treadmill, the only thing I would say is that the deck, the running deck, should be at least 60 inches, right? Because you have 4 legs. If they're doing 40 to 60 minutes, damn, I didn't catch that question. I hate how they keep going up. I'm not a fast reader. That's the problem. Periscope is sort of for my work and sort of not, because like Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. So that's why I'm training dogs, right? I can read dogs, I just can't read text. I'm joking, guys. Come on, you can heart. They like stop hearting. They're like, oh my God, I feel bad for him. He can't read. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you. Oh, for a walk like after? It kind of depends. It really depends on your dog and everything. You just got to feel it out. You know what I mean? But you guys should be able to push each other as like dogs. Like the dog pushes you, you push your dog. That's really what I look for. Relationship. Guys, as always, keep tabs on us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, here on Periscope, and my personal Facebook page, Blake Rodriguez. Andrew also does some awesome Periscopes.